With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Big right. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Check 37. Check. Fair.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Check right.
Throwing, Dalton. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one good for 26 and a first down. So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And they have to make sure that the receiver got both feet down in bounds as well.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54. Mike. Get that quarterback.
Mixon with a first down carry. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From midfield here, Dalton. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 27 yards there, a first down.
And the Bengals first down.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Hands up. Lead. 2-by-2. Move. Check. Hands up.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Dalton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away. play and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Bang, 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 bang. Left half, left half.
They run the counter. Carson. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
On 3rd down. It's Carson. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. 4th down, and out is the all-pro punter from a year ago, Michael Dixon, to punt for Seattle. Standing just outside his own goal line. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this. And that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Now Dalton. Looking for the end zone. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross, 28 yards. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Bullock good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, check Mike 57.
Now it's Wilson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The rookie DK Metcalf, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
And 3 yards to go.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our 14. Henry. 57.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Andy Dalton. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Hands up, please. Mike 54. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
And Dalton to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's Ziggy Ansah, the number 5 pick in 2013, credited with a sack. They went zone blitz there, obviously successful. What makes the zone blitz successful?
Well, just go ahead and let's break the term down. Zone means they're going to play zone behind them in coverage, not man-to-man. But the zone blitz, why it's confusing to offenses? Because oftentimes defensive ends or defensive tackles will drop back into coverage, and linebackers or...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by... Now a loose football. The ball comes out. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Here's a give to Mixon. Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
57, come on. I got you. I got you. Look. Check safety.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Second down, Dalton. On the right side, caught by Green. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Someone moved, flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. Passing, it's Dalton. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Now it's Lockett. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. A reminder, coming up later tonight, the Patriots unfurl their 6 banners. They play host to their rival Steelers. And then on Monday night, it's the one weekend of the year where you get 2 games to wrap up the week. Texans and Saints from New Orleans in the early game, then nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
You don't want this.
Here's Wilson to throw. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
That's good for a Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Here we go, D, get off the field. Switch, switch. Hey, 0-0-0. Bang out, bam.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
56 to
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. And caught right side, Green. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
1st down.
Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does. And we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
On 2nd and 9, Dalton. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Andy Dalton now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Nixon running right, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Dalton. His throw caught at about the 5. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again.
And he bulls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Right. He's up. 12. Four down. Hey, 57, Mike 57. I smell fear in that offense.
To throw is Wilson. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. Check. 57. One left. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go. Tighten up. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. That one going to be complete to David Moore. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Escaping the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson, end zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. He'll have a first down past the 40. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Bullock good on the extra point. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. 14, got it. Gotta go, in and out. Let's go. Good.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action.
Going the other way.
Jason Myers on for the field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So, all right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Mixon will get it to start the second half. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want to. Hey, go 368. Check 25. Check 368.
Dalton here from the gun. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Regular. Mike 50. That's right. That's not good.
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? And that will be incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop, because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 44-yard line.
57 to Mike. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
57's the Mike. You. 57's the Mike. Watch 57. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carlos Dunlap with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. He was taken down by Cassius Marsh.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 9-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. He gets this one to Boyd. A gain there of 21 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
To throw here, Dalton. Flush to his right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 47.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to take a shot right away, and he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Tyler Lockett, 42 yards. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. The extra point now coming from Myers. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Check. SOS. X3, 218, chopper. Motion. Mike's 56.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
He's got a convoy and he might be gone. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson. 77 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
54, right there, 54.
1st and 10 for Dalton. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again. Dalton. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Dalton off play action. And the pressure gets to him again. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop it.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner. And I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. falls here as he's taken down. Geno Atkins got home that time.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Let's go, 4 down, 4 down. Hey, let's go double count right here, double count.
Play action. Now Wilson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. They got his man complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 83 yards. And the Seahawks are running away with this one. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Watch tight, tight ends right. Watch tight, tight ends right. 3 down, 3 down.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Dalton. And he whips that one incomplete there. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 4.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back with pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
We got this.
End of the 3rd quarter of play with the score Seahawks.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Dalton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
56 the mic. 56 is the mic. Hey, they scared. They scared. 56 the mic, boys. 56. Check 56. All right, T, let's try. All right, T.
Throwing again. Dalton. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 23 yards the pickup there. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Oh, the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Another try for Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down,
under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Bobby Wagner able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So Dalton now. Looking for Boyd, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that will shave one more off this lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Give me that ball.
Check.
Whip. Watch the whip.
They'll begin the drive with Carson. Now Carson fumbles the football, and the Bengals grab it. And he bowls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Let's go.
14.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Go.
Oh, here we go. Oh.
Here we go. 50.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Regular.
56. Mike, 56.
Dalton now to pass. Going deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. John Ross, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6.
Pick up the ball. 368. 55.
And Dalton to throw. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They begin with a run by Penny. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Malik Jefferson in there on the stop.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
Check Mike 57, Mike 57. Come on, D.
57, Mike, 57.
Watch a slant, watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Hey, alert.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. And he's got his target, that's more. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Carson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Tighten up.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Hey, 0.
Reset.
Wilson leaves this one with Penny.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They go play action with Wilson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. So the touchdown was big. This almost equally big as they'll try to get it to a 1-score game with a 2-point conversion. So now Dalton. And that one is caught. So they convert here, and don't look now, but this one's back to a 1-score game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
Let's go. Do it.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
What? 380.
Mike 50, yo.
Hey, watch it. Watch it. Shift. Watch the shift.
Hey, check.
Good, good.
On 1st down. Carson, they're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. It's a gain of 7 on the ground, but they'll be faced with 3rd and long. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. On 3rd down, it's Carson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been terrific so far. Now here's Ross. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 12 yards on the return that time. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
All right, here's Dalton. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. So the victory here for Seattle. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. It's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for the Seahawks, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.